Morning, folks. Welcome to the Red Fox Outdoors channel, where we get out and enjoy nature. This morning I'm back out here at the LBJ grasslands again, and I'm out here camping with a couple of my family members, a couple of my cousins, and enjoying this brisk, very cold morning. And last night it was supposed to be pretty decent. Wasn't real bad, probably low 30s, low 40s maybe. And then they said on the weather that it was going to be down around like 22, 23. Well, it ended up got down to 14 degrees last night, and yeah, it was cold. But yeah, got us a really nice camp out here where I'm camped at. We're down here kind of in a big hollow, and we got this big ridge around us, and as you can see, there's the camp there. We got two of us in hammocks, and then my other cousin is in a tent. And he's getting the fire ready. But yeah, just down here in this big hollow where it's kind of got a hill all the way around us. Pretty nice, not bad. But like I said, it got extremely cold last night. I did stay a bit warmer than I did last time I was out here. However, my head froze, and ended up taking an extra blanket that I had and ended up wrapping it around my shoulders and my head. And after my shoulders and head got warm, I was actually able to sleep a little bit. I slept from probably 5:30 till about 11:30, I guess. So it wasn't bad. Slept pretty good. And I don't know, I guess it was around 5:30, 5:45-ish. We had a coyote come up in camp, and went into my cousin's tent, walked around inside the hammock tent, kind of walked around inside of it, and then it came around and went inside my hammock tent, started walking around inside of it. I all just kind of laid there, didn't get up and move, and it just kind of went on its merry way. It didn't seem to bother us, and nothing seemed to really bother it, and it just kind of went on. But this morning, after everybody gets up, or now that we've all kind of gotten up and slowly getting moving, temperatures come up. It's about 31 degrees right now, so it's not bad. Yeah, it's still cold, but it's nice. But anyway, I'll get some more video here in a little bit, and we're gonna try and get some breakfast going and go from there. So we'll see y'all here in a bit.
lot of churches around our area have either been sold. Two of them I know that sold to a police, to a police station, or it became a police station. The church became a police station, and another one became a hunting, like, to have those, like, towers.
Hey folks, it's getting kind of late out here, and we're gonna go ahead and call it a night, and we're gonna go to bed. The other two have already gone to bed, so I'm gonna go ahead and crawl in my hammock over here and try and get some sleep, and then we'll try and catch you, I guess, in the morning. So anyway, we'll catch y'all here in a few. All right, have a good night. Bye, everybody. We'll catch you in the morning. Morning, everybody. We had a quite eventful wake up this morning, 6 o'clock. So let me spin around here and show you just exactly what happened. Not saying that this is funny, and it is definitely very serious and things that need to be taken care of before you go to bed. Nice. See all that? Yeah. We had a fire. And a very big fire at that. Apparently the fire, we put it out before we go to bed, but apparently it wasn't all the way out, and the fire traveled underneath the canister and got into the pine duff and was traveling under the pine duff and caught everything on fire. It crawled underneath the barrel and came out. So it wasn't anything that we did. Like, the fire for us was completely out. We doused it, made sure it was out before we went to bed with water and everything. But yeah, this is the results of not getting it completely out.
Oh, it just lit the duff, yeah.
It lit the duff. But anyway, we're in the middle of trying to get camp broke down and get out of here before we get yelled at by the fire department again. We're not supposed to have our vehicle parked up on the hill, and we're not even supposed to have it off the gravel road. So we got to get out of here pretty quick, guys. So I'll catch up with you later. Well, good evening, folks. We're back from our camping trip, and I just wanted to go over a few things in this video. So we ended up having a fire. Wasn't really our fault. I mean, it was our fault, but not our fault. We talked to the Decatur Fire Department fire investigator guy, and the fire started way up the hill before we knew what was going on. The fire came out of the 55-gallon barrel from underneath. It had burned through the duff and traveled through the duff up the hill during the middle of the night while the fire was still burning. We didn't know it was burning underneath. And so when we put the fire out inside the pit, the little barrel that was there, apparently it was still burning in the duff outside underneath the ground. So like it traveled underground underneath the duff and was up the hill, burning up the hill all night while we were asleep. At about 5:30 in the morning, I woke up, couldn't breathe. I was choking and coughing, couldn't breathe from all the smoke. I was burning up hot. I was sweating, and the only thing I think that really saved me was I had 2 wool blankets around my hammock, and the wool didn't burn. However, I did lose my ground tarp that I had put down on the ground, and the tent tarp that went up and over, like
my hammock here, it kind of like went up and then over and then back down the other side. So I lost the two tarps, which that's fine, they're replaceable. The fire not only burnt both of those, but it also came up under my hammock about 4 feet from my head, like from my head to about the middle of my back. So like I said, I was getting pretty toasty. When I unzipped my hammock and then flipped one of the wool blankets up, that's when I realized there was a fire. I just kind of crumpled onto the ground and started crawling, choking, coughing, and trying to yell fire. And I woke up my cousin, finally yelled his name and said, "We have a fire." And both my cousins got up, and immediately we started trying to fight the blaze and keep it under control. It got out of our control, but we managed to finally get ahead of it, and we stayed ahead of it for quite a while. But during that process, one of my cousins called 911 and got a hold of the fire department. The fire department showed up about 25 minutes later. He didn't know, when my cousin called, he didn't know where we were, so he handed me his phone, and I basically had to kind of direct and tell the fire department where we were at, and how to get to us, and then they had me leave the campsite where we were at and drive up the road and meet them at a intersection, and I had to kind of direct and show them kind of like where the fire was at in our campsite. So by the time they got there, we had the fire contained. We kind of did a fire break around the fire, so it couldn't go any further, it couldn't jump, and it couldn't go any higher. Luckily for us, we had the wind on our side. The wind was pretty calm that day, and so the fire didn't get a chance to go very far. It ended up only burning like a 60-foot by 60-foot square of where we were at. But I lost, like I said, my two tarps, which is fine. I'm totally okay with that. But it was a very unsafe situation, and it's something that everyone needs to take into consideration. Make sure your fires are out before you go to bed. And I mean, make sure they are completely out. Dig around your fire pit. Make sure you're down to the dirt. Make sure you're still not inside the duff. Make sure you don't have any grass around you. Dig around and make sure that you are down to dirt around your fire pits. Do not, and I repeat, do not leave your fires going at night, because this video is representation of what happened, and it could have been a whole lot worse. I almost lost my life that day, and it's something that is very scary. I can look back on it now, and I'm glad I'm safe. I'm glad I still have my life. Thanks to my cousins and the fire department and all the brave men and women that showed up to help fight this thing. Without their help, this thing could have gone several hundred acres very quickly, and it could have put a lot of people in danger, all because of one mistake. And as a PSA, just make sure that all your fires are completely out before you go to bed. That's all I gotta say, and I just want to let you people know that yes, we are safe. We're back home. We're okay. Everything turned out for the better. Like I said, the fire department said it wasn't our fault. I mean, it was our fault, but not. He said it's just things like this happen where the fire will burn from underground and it will follow the duff and you won't see it. He said it's not our fault. It's just things like this will happen. So I was very grateful to hear that, but it was still our fault because we didn't get it completely put out. We should have watched for embers, anything that was loose, stuff like that. So anyway, guys, next time you're out camping, just be careful. That's all I wanted to say, and let you guys know we're safe. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for joining us. I'm Red Fox with Red Fox Outdoors. Get out and enjoy nature. Till next time. Bye, folks.